So yeah, 2C, which is titled Daddy, and I'll wait for to be pulled up. So yeah, so at this point in the story, I have left Minnesota. I am in Texas. And 2C is about that transition from going from not even knowing how to be a father to I'm a single father. All right. Pops for joy. I'll be thinking that sometimes I don't know how to do daddy. Lunch meals and mailbox with new insurance premium, homemade peanut butter crunch, no jelly today. Milk and dress shoes for Sunday service, but we don't go to church. And breast milk and whiskey. And I used to play video games with you on my lap. I don't drink whiskey no more. A margarita with a friend, and I'm still sucking on sour lemon shots of petrol. Change for gas money deep off in the glove compartment. Compartmentalized sticky notes under gummy leftover shoestrings from play dates. First one say, "You deserve better from both of us, but I can only speak for myself." And here's a lesson. Bitter puts you in the grave first, but you, cars, Paw Patrol, don't talk to the police. Frozen and frozen margaritas with a friend. 8:32 a.m. text message the morning after, and it reads as follows. Donnie, when I hugged you goodbye last night, I felt your love in your heart. You a big teddy bear, and it took joy for you to understand what true love is. Your hate is holding back all of that love. Love, love, joy, 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 baby. Baby, don't grow up too fast. Fast. Airplanes go zoom when you're trying to get out of Dodge, and strollers move slower when you stop pushing. Strollers stop moving when you Google adoption. Baby Joy, when you start making up your own boogie down to the roots of yellow jasmine, and Negroes did spit tobacco on southern magnolias, Carolina whistle, and I remember joy, 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 joy. Don't grow up too fast. Slow up in your pronunciation. You talk too good for two. Four, two. You're four. 4 years ago, I'd be thinking sometimes I don't want to be a daddy. Shit, pissed, throw up on the throw blanket, blanket shit, pissed, no sleep, throw tantrum, fit, new clothes, fit, fist. I'll hit a motherfucker if they have a touch. No more fucking. Fucking throw it out if she ain't gonna eat it. She, stumbling, carrying car seats, suitcases, backpacks, and back to the ropes, talks to the turnbuckle and around, and there's no one there to tag in. But it's okay. We've had plenty of daddy-daughter tag team bouts, but the baby heel turn when story time is on the line. And I'm sorry for every day you came in second. I didn't think I could do this by myself. Two controllers came with the system, but one player is all you need to beat the top score. No bracket, winnings, leaderboards, salt, lord, red sand, red clay, red lights in the arcade when you realize this ain't a game. Still can't find them quarters anyway. Spent everything at the concessions when I took you to see that picture show. Don't remember the name. Kept my eyes on you squirrel nibbling on that popcorn. Pop, Papa Bear. Green tea with honey. Honey, thank you for the blanket, little bear. Daddy's a bit tired. Bear with me. You done grown up so fast. Joy, baby, I'm still trying to catch my breath. All right. Baby daddy. Daddy, daddy, baby scream daddy till daddy scream heavenly father. But daddy move, daddy wiggle, shout, tickle, pancakes and peanut butter. Butter the baby up for extra minutes at 8 a.m. to wake, ache, and daddy, where are you? Daddy sick, daddy tired, daddy down the way, down and out. Daddy, and baby grab on daddy's fingers for shits and giggles. I done forgot what my daddy's hands were for. Daddy, daughter dates and macaroni and cheese smile for the camera. Daddy, buy me this and buy me that, bedtime stories and tuck me in. Daddy, give me strength, but daddy can't walk no further than his bad days. Daycare and time out. Daddy, do that funny dance. Daddy, please. And I ain't never seen my daddy dance, but he sure did twist and shout at that red light and swing dance with that stop sign. Daddy, can I have another? Daddy, I don't get no more after you, so why the fuck you trying to leave me so bad? Daddy move, daddy wiggle, daddy move, daddy wiggle, shake, tickle, pancakes and peanut butter, jelly like your face, daddy, when the stitches came out. Come on, baby girl, you gotta let daddy comb through it. Cook it fully. Turn the channel. Channel the daddy's daddy just could not. And I may not today, tomorrow, heaven knows if ever, but Heavenly Father, I only ask How she say daddy today ain't like this. Right. Anger management, and we all have choices, don't we, Rajay Black? For Wendy Black and Tara LeBang. Nothing madder than a mad black daddy when daddy put his fist through the wall to find a wonderland of cats dogging out the same psalms and hymns and fists bleeding, dirty mouths whining about what was did to them and who doing what, when, where, and don't push me because I'm close to a bottle of gin and a 44 special. Call it Satan, sickness, or maybe it's a superpower. Can turn a happy home into a hellscape where Mr. Charlie get to cranking up the heat on a nigga. Brothers hooping, hollering unholy hostilities, and who keep hope for the children hogtied playing hide and go seek with your temper. No time for homework when they hunt down the words to say not to piss you off when the water off. Cell phones ain't been paid, baby mama this, and God bless the children who make it out alive when daddy start up again about what he owed. He say he won't do it again. But what they say about faith without works, and if I worked more on my anger, then maybe today I get to make another choice. Two. The argument is that it's circumstantial, circumcised, and some boys just born mad, right? Shit, I'm mad today. I'm really just sad today, but that don't read too good when they find your manifesto or her protective orders. Now, does it? No, sir. There's always just one story, villains and violence and very little remedy when nobody can't tell you nothing. And now Wendy Black and Tara LeBang ain't got nothing else to say. So much for choices, huh, Rajay? I wish you would have cooled off a bit. Chill the fuck out, but if you were alive, you'd probably say it was too hot. Child support and custody hearings had your trigger finger boiling, blood bubbling against the bone. The rest belongs to your babies, who you declared came second to God. Or was it Browfield Copeland and your burning bush who demanded you take what ain't had no business being took? God bless your children. God bless my daughter when my tongue is hot, when my hands are cold, cold, sick. A honey drop won't cure this, I don't think. The disease of mad black daddies swinging, making a mess and looking for something, looking for mama, looking for love, looking for anything in dirty toddler socks we too depressed to wash in empty tithing envelopes. But trust that we'll swear ain't nobody praying for us before we go all the way up and take the whole world with us. My neighbors woke me up again. My neighbors argue a lot. Every Saturday, I hear a concert of curses and fuck you, bitch, and try me then, and furniture crashing and wounds that should be cauterized with warm tears are torn up harder because some of us don't cry together. We go for the win and don't break kayfabe until we can lament our losses in the parking lot, unbothered. But then this funny thing happens around 2 a.m. Quiet. No fucking, no leftover proclamations, no more masks to push through when whispering, acknowledge me, behind, you a weak ass nigga anyway. None of that. Just quiet. It levels me because what remains? Who's going to suck the venom out the walls that carry the poison of that violence? And I know quiet. In this apartment, I get lonely sometimes. The kind of barbarism they sell in movies where Isabelle Hubert broods more than she breathes, I know quiet. No stomping on bathroom towels down this way, but I pace a lot. It keeps me from coming out my skin with the dissatisfaction of isolation. So much so that I lose days in the minutes I stare at my closed blinds, waiting for Superman when I really need therapy. But my daughter's outstanding hospital bills, eroded rotors, and on and on and on. And I say that to say that you can certainly account for poison beneath the surface here too. We could share ghost stories if we wanted. Enough hauntings and the loathing left in our kitchens to go half on an exorcism. Shit, might even become friends. But I don't know about all that. Besides, I think we've all become accustomed to first seeing our neighbors when they done moved out. You know, like when the U-Haul is sitting in the lot and that front door is open, and for a second, you can see that Martin season two DVD stuffed in between some personal effects in a box with miscellaneous written in all bold, smudged out Sharpie, and then you let out that damn because you only managed to buy season one and three. You imagine they might have been good dinner guests after all. And you might have been a good referee in their Saturday night prize fights, an antidote, a shaman. And maybe they could have given you a reason to sit down, even if that's just to rewatch that one scene with Bruh Man from the fifth floor, or to remind you you're a good father, or two, and on and on and on and on and on. But I hope they figure it out. Life too short to be that loud over love that spelled that ugly. And it sure would be nice to get a full night's sleep before my Sundays come knocking. My daddy never taught me how to write a love song, part two. To the sister who let off a shot at her man's head while I was buckling my daughter into her car seat, had she seen you, then this poem would have begun differently. But she only heard the eruption of urban fiction gone to shit like the fabrics of your wet lavender robe. And the way your nigga ran, he made it seem like it was always an option. And you ran until I needed you to stand in this question. How much did you bend to spell love? How much was left over? What was the cost? The worth? Was it enough? Orgasms that were creamy confections can't count as currency when they on your last motherfucking nerves. But Mia culpa, let her be forgiven. A nigga run like that, run better game. Or maybe after we learn to crawl, we miss how to outrun that tired mirror, mirror, mercy, mercy, me, not this time. But this time, you tried to kill a nigga. This time. Was it enough? But who am I to judge? Taught me how to walk, but my daddy never taught me how to write a love song either. Into the silhouette on the second floor, slurping on cigs like a writing prompt about David Ruffin and or the apocalypse. Into the boy at the gym stuttering over his confession and commiseration of the semicolon on my sweaty t-shirt. I could only smell a bad breakup. Into my brother in dead expectations, busing his baby boy to pizza night on the Houston Metro. Into the brother whose she's gone, oh why, bologna and beans blues are just a bus stop fable. To the little girls who don't know why mama keep looking at them like that. To the mastiff without a master, eating old box braids by the dumpster. Into the leather that Tupac wore stitched closer to his chest than THUG tattooed on his belly. Into the thousand shapes hands can make, into the one that Mike Tyson needed to learn the geometry of safety. Into everything fucked at the cost of us playing God with the alphabet. And is it ever enough to call it love because you can fuck it, fight it, fix it, and fill in the gaps, even though a 9 millimeter bullet can fit in between the width of that white dwarf code name, your first disappointment? The one you force your inner child to worship. And this is the last one, right? But if you'd have shot that man with a little black girl in earshot of your error, would it have been enough? You're having a tough go of it. Love don't love nobody, spelled in the broken bones, the broken promises niggas been feeding you, and you hungry. I get it. And it's neither loving or enough to say, I don't know, when the same little girl asks me, what's that noise? And I don't know what love is, but what love can't be is what we got going on. And we got a lot going on. Fighting, pushing, shoving, fucking, and filling in the gaps. Girl, I hope you get rid of that gun. Or at least pour some gunpowder in a time capsule with your mistake of loving that boy. And we all make mistakes, but I hope you get rid of that gun because we all make mistakes. But living with them, well, I think I found some unreleased Marvin Gaye eulogies. They say, if only his daddy had listened to his baby's lullabies. Pops 2, dad math for joy. 146,708,866 seconds, and I should know more about you, kid. Your chunky, chubby chipmunk chatter and chocolate covered kisses is easy to make rhyme good, make work a room when they ask me about the girl with the roughed up boots with road runner rubber wheels, rushing her vibrance from four corners of a daycare to up, and all up in anybody's face that just want to love on a little brown girl. It's easy, but I should know more about you. I scrapbooked some old clothes and tried to shave off some wood from your crib. I put it on a Ouija board to hear you blowing raspberries like plane propellers. I tried to call out to the toothless gummy gumbo boil of boo boo and warm bottles, and I asked you not to grow up too fast. I should know more about you. Spaceships and Spider-Man superhero posters, and you smash up a Lego tower like the city owed you something. But I should know more about you. Grease soaking through my fingernails, parting your hair with the precision of a daddy who ain't never twisted up nothing but a woman to make you. Foreseeing Jamaican wool wearing me out, but you love to see what daddy done did when daddy don't know what to do. And I should know more about you. cussing along with crooning rappers you ain't got no business babbling to, but daddy got some cursing to do. And I'd frame it if I could, how you belted them lyrics that shall not be repeated when Duke Deuce was your favorite MC. And me, I told myself I failed you. I couldn't keep a happy home from a hornet's nest of hopeless kids trying to make you make sense, but couldn't bear to. Bear, raw, red. You said daddy heart angry and joy. I hated you for needing me to love needing I hated you for needing to love on me when I didn't want to be your daddy any more than I wanted to be alive. When that apartment door closed on that woman and it was just you and me in the seconds between changing your diaper on the floor of an airport bathroom to the seconds you ran to strangers demanding they be your mama to the 73,390,433 seconds it took to say that you are a fucking amazing whoever you'll be in 150 million seconds more. And 55 more years after that, I'm still gonna pinch them cheeks punch pink because I am your daddy. Even in my trench and in my trouble, I am yours. And I hope you forgive me for the seconds I abandoned your heart in my arrest. Imagine Orpheus and Mad Black Daddy, and I needed to look back. No, mommy ain't there, at least how I remember. But you still here, and I should know more about you. But I beg you never stop surprising me. Don't worry none for my grief. Every day with you is shedding summer bathing suits for sizes that don't fit in a memory, and you'll never fit in my hand again. But I'm not greedy. I just ask that when yesterday becomes the last moon I tuck you in under, that your chocolate covered kisses haunt the walls of this place so that the folks after us can live with something about you I gotta bury on your birthday. I hear you now, wrestling in them sheets. I guess you kicking ass. You always answering the call of whatever planetary council astral projecting out to little snoring black girls to come rescue their people. I'd hate to be the other guy from the sound of it. I just can't remember what super soldier, sidekick, backflipping, panel hopping, comic crusader got your attention now to think what you might be wearing in your dream while throwing Superman punches, and I should know more about you. Still, you tell me I'm the best daddy ever. I hope this midnight kiss don't wake you up too soon. 2037. I've been writing poems lately. I've been spending time with women who are the company of questions about the evils of men and speak no evil because malice in men only when the brother knows better. It writes itself. I've been writing poems lately. I've been finding simplicity in the heat wave. Good decisions feel strange, and the blood metaphor was supposed to go here. But just know that good decisions feel strange, and that's confusing. It's all confusing. I've been finding simplicity in the heat wave, but it's too hot in November. I've been writing poems lately and trying to show my face. I've been dancing with folks who have their own pace, their own anything. In this prayer circle, my testimony sounds neurotic. Still, they hold my hand, breathe my breath. So I ask you, what is a stranger? And I've been writing poems lately. I've been telling my secrets about such and such, and you know who. I've been binging on the breadcrumbs when I Google her name. Pitiful. I've been back in the gym. I've been lifting heavy, 100 in each hand. They go up and down and up and down and up, and I hold it. Pressure feels homely when I ain't been in trouble in a long time. See, I've been bored lately, manifesting what I don't need and enjoying the deficit. Don't know what to do with myself. Mama say, if you don't know, then don't do. I need new thoughts. I've been writing poems lately, singing Jodeci at a karaoke bar. I'd have forgot when the light bill due, and my daughter as tall as my belly button, 2037. And in 2017, I dialed the wrong number. Single parents use different timetables, and shame came up in my wrist when I wrote that. I've been writing poems lately, 2037, 2023, and I've been counting time, second by second. I swore my man's died last night. He done fell asleep at the wheel. He say, I love you, D, and now I know why second by second and atom by atom, death in and death out. And I used to count COVID cases, Sudanese babies and Palestinian midwives, Congolese toddlers, Sri Lanka and Brazil adding up. Second by second, 2037, Black parents use different timetables when the Amber Alerts and Twitter feeds don't add up to a safe walk home after school. I've been writing poems lately. I suffer my bones with less resistance. I watched Final Countdown and tried to rewrite the ending. I thought I'd have superpowers by now second by second, 2037, and I heard we all kind of just die, you know? Nothing too crazy. Second by second, I told myself I stopped counting. I've been writing poems lately. I've been waiting for Superman, Godot, and Haile Selassie, knowing damn well he ain't want the responsibility. My daughter waits for me to fix breakfast. 2037 and baby girl gonna be 18 in 2037. Today she still thinks I'm invincible. I've been writing poems lately because one day she won't. And I just realized most of the art in my home painted by women who knew a promise I couldn't keep. They don't remember, and neither do I. Second by second, death in and death out, I've been writing poems lately because it's never deeper than the ink can reach. I've been writing poems lately, and that's all I can say for sure. All right. Pops, radio mix. Before my daughter wakes, I light incense. I lift the burden of my toes with Vaseline. I find reason to leave enough room for my daughter's secrets between my blinds as I close them. I stand in the kitchen and sunbathe beneath the fluorescent light. It may or may not rain dust from the cupboards. I may or may not have lesions on my lungs. Before my daughter wakes, I find a reason to make oatmeal. I pour the almond milk slower than I should. I let my phone vibrate and knock over a tower of sticky notes that each begin with an unfinished idea. I need to. I want to. I will. Before my daughter wakes, I watch a fly wander, reciting a serenity prayer in a maze of thorns on my cactus. I stand flat-footed. The grief puts too much pressure on the balls alone. I say yes to the questions I'll ask at 6 p.m. Will I be okay? Yes. Am I a good man? Yes. 1 second, baby. Before my daughter wakes, I wash my face so the dead skin is affirmed in the grace it also deserves. I exfoliate the dead men in my pores so that they might be hydrated. The ash in my sink I collect and arrange in the shape of a stone near my altar. Before my daughter wakes, I think of how many men died today and how many of them might have made good brothers. Before my daughter wakes, I pray for the sons of fathers who look like my father. Before my daughter wakes, I pray for the sons of fathers whose blood lines the front door with the memory of martyrs who burned and hungered and wrote love letters coded as political manifestos. Before my daughter wakes, I pray for the sons of fathers who wait for their fathers to be returned from the mines, returned from their graves, returned from the Satan who sports army fatigues and too many scriptures that don't read right in Hebrew. I pray for the sons in Palestine. I pray for the sons in the Philippines. I pray for the sons in the Congo. I pray for the sons in Rwanda. I pray for the sons in Cuba. I pray for the sons in Haiti. I pray for the sons in Ghana. I pray for the sons in Brazil. I pray for the sons in Tanzania. I pray for the sons in Milwaukee. I pray for the sons in Baltimore. I pray for the sons in Jackson. I pray for the sons in Houston. I pray for the sons with no state, no bed, and no names in the street. Before my daughter wakes, I prepare my bed with clean linens, fabrics that tickle my nostrils with an aroma of my mother's breath. My tattoos loosen first, my joints second, my tongue follows suit. Barake de der. I'm decolonized behind my eyelids. Before my daughter wakes, I sleep. So that is the wraps, the third section. Um, before before I introduce or ask for the reflections, I'm going to take a brief intermission, and I will return.
does it feel? How does it groove me on the one, fuck a two, three. Once upon a blue dream, been in cream and linen, watching blood on the moon drip. Drag bones to the boom bip. New light exploded back from the womb pit. New myths, new names. I'ma scream my way out. I'm all the way in. Taking pause, if you can lose, you can find it. Tell me what it said, no detail concealed. It's all in the field, naming names, even when it hurts. Purpose to the pain, back in places, cycles, residual loops, skin of tooth, been pressed for a few. We the only blacks in the rock climb. There's no comfort in fact sometimes. Speak it out my mouth, with the tooth knocked out. When the gold got shaped, when the old first said, temple jewels. They said I had to hold my head, they said I had to hold my head. I felt more like myself. I felt more like myself. I felt more like myself. How does it feel? 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 SpongeBob to the side, and I got the Operation Titan. Superseding
All
diet,
right.
glacier on diet.
Oh, so before we move on to the third section, let's open the space for any reflections. Of course, if there are none, we can move forward. We have
So
three more sections.
there's some things in the chat, all
Mm-hmm.
right? So I wonder, folks are sticking out about lines, lines are sticking out, but there's also some other responses. Like I see Tanya said the honesty spelled out in the verse is palatable, and if anybody wants to come in and talk briefly about what they just heard in that section, because we kind of went in a different direction in that area. I guess not. Okay.
That's all right. Certainly move forward here. Um, so we're getting to the bottom of the top of the third. The top of the third, almost wrapped up.